Hey guys, what's up? This is Izix. Today's topic, or this week's topic, is talking about how you handle being misgendered. I know I've been transitioning now for over 3 years, so it might surprise some of y'all that I still get misgendered till this day from time to time. It's not as frequent as it was at the beginning of transition, but it still does happen. And I think that that's probably just going to be something that you have to deal with regardless if the person meant it or not, because there's been times that I've called women sir just by habit, thank you sir, yes ma'am, that type of stuff, just habit, just slip ups, and not necessarily misgendering the person, because it's cis individuals that I'm doing that stuff to. I just accidentally call them a different gender. But being misgendered at the beginning of transition was real hard to deal with because of dysphoria. And what I did for myself is just kind of a suggestion I have for anyone I know that's transitioning, is to keep vlogs to kind of track your transition. I used to do them weekly. So every time I took an injection, I took a video. And I would just say, this is week 1, my name, and go from there, and just kind of talk about what I was noticing changing at the moment. I kept vlogs not to publicize them. It was just for my own viewing, and I kept them, and I'm glad that I kept them for my viewing that whole first year, because the first year is like the hardest one to get past. And that's because we're just impatient. As humans, we're impatient. We expect changes to be like that, and they just aren't. And for those first 6 months, I didn't see anything like physically changing in the mirror. Even though there was changes that people were telling me they were noticing, I wasn't noticing them. So I'd have to go back and look at videos and see where I'd started on week 1 with that first shot, and how my voice sounded in week 1 with that first shot, and how it started to change over those months. And that's how I kind of dealt with my dysphoria. Like, okay, yeah, someone's misgendering me, but look how far I've come. And this isn't going to last much longer. Eventually, I'm going to get to the point that I'm not being misgendered. So I would tell myself that type of stuff to keep myself going, to pull myself out of that funk that I was in, and why dysphoria was getting to me. So I eventually got over it using that method, just going back, looking at the vlogs. And that is something I recommend to my friends when they first start hormones, is to keep vlogs at least for themselves. Not necessarily to share with others of you, but when you're feeling down, which we all feel that way at one point or another in our transition, you could go back and see how far you've come. Now that I'm 3 years in, going back to that week 1 video, I don't even recognize that voice. There's older videos I have where it's just my old voice in the background, and I couldn't tell if it was me or an ex. Like, I have trouble recognizing that voice now, which is crazy to think, because I lived with that voice for like 27 years. And I don't recognize it now, So with being misgendered, though, is most of the time the people who misgender you are strangers. Someone you're not going to see again. So don't give that stranger that power over you to make you feel like this for those few seconds that they saw you, and they may have called you ma'am if you're a trans guy, sir if you're a trans woman. Don't let them have that power over you. You have that power over yourself. We're in control of our happiness, so be in control of your happiness, and don't let that bring you down. What does a stranger's opinion matter if it's someone you're never going to see again? And that's basically just what I tell myself now. As far as me still getting misgendered to this day, that's mostly at work. And that's because I've been working there 10 years. I've been transitioning 3. I didn't update all my info with my job until a couple of months ago because my name change I got in March, and my social I got, I don't know, around May. But due to school stuff, I just hadn't updated all my files just yet, as far as like having my checks put in my name and my legal name, because I was just depositing my checks anyway into the old account. So I went and updated everything finally, and at my job I've been my name now for maybe 2 or 3 months. So I still get called my old name by some coworkers, but it's not the office coworkers, it's field coworkers. For the most part though, in the office I don't get that. It's just the people that are out in the field that I don't deal with on a daily, so I don't let it get to me. And I know that people who've known you forever have to transition with you, and that's something I think we forget to realize, is that we can't expect people to just snap one day and be like, okay, I'm gonna call you this today, and be used to calling you that, be used to referring to you as those pronouns, be used to calling you he or she, or it takes them time to adjust, especially if they've known you years and years. It just takes time. You can't be mad at them. Now, eventually, after you've given them enough time, then yeah, you could be upset with them if you've been correcting them and they still refuse to call you the proper pronouns, the proper name, identify you the way you identify. But as far as the misgendering thing, just don't give it that hold over you. I know it's easier said than done, but when you stop letting it get to you and you stop letting other people hold that power over you, you'll be in a much better place. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, guys, and I'll see y'all next week.